Hello and welcome to Hot Lips. Today we're going to talk about help the elderly live a wonderful life. I know sometimes in life we think that our parents or elderly people in our family can be like a nuisance to us, and we forget to treat them fairly or treat them kind. I mean, you have to realize that a lot of elderly people are going through health changes, memory loss. They can't even do their daily tasks, their mobility. They don't have the movement that they once had. So as a young person, you're thinking, well, this person is kind of working my nerve. I got to keep helping these people. But guess what? We provided and did things for my grandparents. And that was some of the joyful things that I could never forget. It's embedded in my head on how my grandmother, and I've told this story 1,000 times, and I'll tell it one more time. I promised her one day I was going to take her to eat some fish and at this favorite little restaurant she liked. But it was storming, so I'm thinking, of course, my sensible self saying she don't want to go. But her sensible self saying, oh, when you taking me to go to eat my fish? So now it was some minor flooding going on, and I had to get a giant size umbrella, but I took her to get the fish. And we had the best time, but of course everybody was staring at us saying, why do you have this lady coming out in this type of weather? Well, I'm one of them determined kind of people. I'm determined to make sure that she had a wonderful life. So I said, you know what? We can make it. If we couldn't make it, then I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do anything, dangerous, but we can make it. And we had the best time. So that's kind of embedded in my mind, So I think, and emotionally, it was just a lot for her. It lifted her up, I mean, and psychologically, I'm sure she thought about it a lot, This girl done came over here, she done took me out in the weather, but we made it. We had a good time. I enjoyed myself, and I think a lot of times when we don't do that, when we don't fulfill the things that they want us to do, or we don't value the fact that they're only going to be here a little while, people. So you need to take time to make sure that you're doing some things, because anxiety kind of builds up in them, depression, I mean, they start to think that, there's no one here that cares for me. You don't want that to happen. You want to take time to go out and do things and just help them to make changes in their lives that's going to benefit them. And like I said, they can be a little resistant. They don't want you to help them, but you have to have a conversation with them in a way to make them feel that they can make those changes, because they're fearful of losing their independence. And there's, I can't go and do the things that I used to do. But if you're a part of your families, your senior people's lives, and you can talk to them and communicate. And I don't mean just one conversation. It takes many conversations. It takes a lot of persuasions, but you have to be there for them. I've seen a lot of elderly people in my life, and I hear them talk sometimes, and they're telling me stories like they tell their kids they want to go and do something. Like I'll say, you might want to go to the football game. And your children like, well, why do you want to go to the football game? You're too old to go to the football game. No, you're not. They have the handicap section. They have elevators. I mean, take the time to spend time with your elderly family members. And like I said, a lot of times they're just afraid that they're not going to have that independence anymore. They're afraid of the finances. They're afraid of we know that the finances, the health care. I mean, some of that stuff is just mind-boggling to old people. And we have to be their voice. We have to be the people that come in and help them. And we want them to live a wonderful life. So take time, guys, and do some things for your parents. Take time and get things in order. Address the issues that's going on with them. Let them know that I'm here to help you, because I'm telling you, those are the last moments that you're going to have with your family. Make it a valuable moment. Make it something that they're going to go peacefully remembering. Share in with your family members, especially your elderly people. Just go out and do some things. Clean their yard, clean their house, fix their hair, just little things, Go to the house and watch a football game with them. Go to the house and cook them a meal. Just do some things that you might think is an everyday chore, but in their heart, it's lifetime of memories that they're gonna still be holding on to because they've lost a lot of their friends. Okay, and so what I tell my older clients now is that they say, well, you know, most of my friends are dead. And I said, well, you should make you some young friends. Get you some young friends, because if you get you some young friends, you're going to stay pretty young because they'll keep you going. And make sure you get some patient friends. Make sure that they're patient to be, you know, able to endure the things that you're going to have to do. Because like I said, they're really afraid, guys. They're fearful. And we are the backbone that can carry them through peacefully as they transition. So take time just to make sure that you're doing some nice things to help make a wonderful life for your elderly family members. Have a great day.